Since I've never done one of these fabric top guitars before, I have a body over here which I'm going to practice on. This thing's just been hanging around. Garage sale guitar. I got it for like 10 bucks or something like that. I'm going to sand off the paint on the front of this. Boy, this thing is beat. Look at this. Things hurt. Anyway, so let's sand the top off and attach the fabric. Okay, so this video we're watching right now is actually the third attempt of me trying to glue this to the top of the body. The first attempt I used the brown flowered cloth, and I put a layer of polyurethane on the body after sanding it down, and then stretched the cloth over without ironing it or anything, thinking that as I was laying it down I could stretch it and get the pleats out of it from where it was folded. I was incorrect. The second attempt, I took the chili pepper cloth up to my kitchen and I ironed it with a steam iron and thought I had gotten all the pleats out of it. Brought it back down and started again with the polyurethane on the body. Put a good heavy coat on, let it tack up, stretched the chili pepper fabric over the body, and then rolled some more over the top, and lo and behold, more pleats showed up, especially the center pleat where it was folded right in half all to begin with. So knowing that that wasn't going to work, I pulled it off again and decided that I was going to clean both the brown fabric and the chili pepper fabric in some lacquer thinner. Rinse it all out, got almost all of the polyurethane out of it, and then threw those two pieces of cloth with all the rest of the cloth in my washing machine, washed them, tumbled dried them, and then took the chili peppers and ironed them with the steam iron. And at that point the cloth was nice and flat and no folds in it whatsoever. And then I decided to glue it on with Titebond, like I've seen other people do in other videos. And that's what we're doing here. Alright, while all the cloth is washing, I decided I'm going to plug this hole, because this is an odd shaped hole. And should this thing actually come out decent, I might want to route it out and just find a neck for it, and I don't know, just because. So what I did is I took 2 pieces of blue painter's tape and laid it across this hole, and then cut around the inside of the hole with the razor blade and came up with this template, and it stuck that on a piece of this sapele and sanded it out on the belt sander, and we're going to hammer that sucker in there. Should be, I don't know, maybe, judging from this, maybe 1/8 of an inch taller than it needs to be, and then just sand that down flat with the top. And then after we put the cloth on the top, I can route it for whatever pickup configuration I want. So let's Let's do it. That's pretty good. Not absolutely perfect. There's a little space right here, but once this initial glue dries here, I'll stick some more glue down in around it, and when I sand it out, the sawdust will mix with the glue and then fill it all up. Not too bad. And that is all the way down the bottom of the route. Nice. All right, here we go. Can't even feel it. Nice smooth across the top. To make laying that fabric on there a little easier. All right, washed and dried and ironed. Let's turn that fan off. That looks good. I don't see any creases at all. All right, let's glue this monkey on. Use my favorite glue spreader. I've had this one for over 50 years. Just a bit too much glue. Yep, definitely too much glue. So what I'm going to do here is grab a clean paintbrush off the bench and start working some of this glue back and pulling it off the body, and then wiping it on the paper towels. Now we're getting the fabric centered on the body. It's looking quite nice. Gonna smooth it out with my hand. Once again, right here, I'm noticing that I had too much glue. It's starting to seep through the fabric and show on the top. So I'm trying to wipe it off, which I just ended up making it look worse. Hey, shit happens. I'm really hoping that when the glue dries, it'll be transparent enough that you won't be able to see it once you get some layers of polyurethane over the top, but we'll see.
Anyway, let's see how this comes out. Should set up in about an hour. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, here's where we're at. Went around it with a single edge razor blade. Trimmed it all up pretty close. I'm still going to go around it with a router and clean it up and maybe install some binding on it. Even though it's a practice body, I have plenty of leftover bindings from other projects. I could spare some to put on here, but there it is. Chili Pepper Mania. You can still see that it's fabric. And I'm sealing this up with polyurethane. It's got about, I would say, 3 to 4 coats of polyurethane on it right now. Put 2 or 3 on it, and then let it cure up, and then I lightly sanded it, and then put another layer on. I'm going to put a few more layers on during the week, and then we'll check back in next weekend and see what kind of progress I've made. Alright, so that's going to do for this one. Pretty cool. Quite a steep learning curve. Yeah. The trick to getting it to sit nice is wash it, tumble dry it, and then iron it with a steam iron. And glue it down with just Titebond. That was it. Don't use too much glue. I used a little too much glue, and the glue actually came through the cloth. You can see it in some spots right here where the glue came through, and right here. But I believe after I get a few more coats of polyurethane on it, it'll hide that. But we'll find out. Like I said, this is just a practice body, and this is something I've never tried before. Depending on how much of a pain in the ass it is, will depend on if I try it again. Sometimes things are not as easy as they look in a video. This is one of those times. Anyway, we see you guys next week. You guys behave yourself, and we'll see you next video. Peace.
I got to admit, that looks a lot better than I thought it was going to.